Block C of the Chungking Mansions. So there's all these small buildings attached in one building. So I can't get from section C to section D to section A. It's A through E, I believe. And the elevators, they do odd and even elevators, 2 per block, and you'll wait there 5-10 minutes sometimes. So for me, if I don't want to wait, I just take the stairs, and other people do as well. Now this will actually, so this is not a real secure building, because this will vent right out to the street. Unusual is a lot of the hostels, they'll have windows, but it will be like to the inside of the building, so it will always be dark as night. This one, the staircase is on the outside. So, but there are windows that vent to like an inner, where you look in and all you'll see are just electrical, the air conditioners and pipes, and it looks like something out of one of these modern movies that shows people using space cars and buildings on floating buildings on top of buildings. Okay, lost track of the floors here. Now, there is a way to get out onto, there are restaurants on some of these floors. I think floor 3. Okay, there's one. Now, I think the next one will go down to the street. Yeah, see, these are the restaurants. And you know, I never see them cooking there. So, food that's just sitting around coming from someplace else, I don't trust it. See, this vents right out to an alley, which will go either way to different streets. Well, this one doesn't go anywhere, I don't think. So this looks like it's section G. This is the back side, or the side of one of the buildings. You can see how many air conditioning units are. I'm sure it's up to code, right? It's very, and then this comes back out to the street up here. And you'll find these type of stalls in every alley, nook and cranny in Hong Kong and Kowloon. It's amazing how all of them are able to make money. Yeah, it's supposed to be around 70 today, 70, 73. It rains overnight here this time of year. Alright, well, I just had one of the, you go up and down these side streets and you find all sorts of things. So I found a different bakery, and I got one of the EggTarts. And it was good, but I wouldn't say it was fantastic. It wasn't out of this world where I'd run back. Like the ones yesterday were very, very good. I'd have them again. So, I think it's the next street is the other bakery. So I didn't, you know, these tarts, I mean, it's the size of the palm of your hand. They're tiny. They're like 2-3 bites, which is nice. And it's only 4 kwai, so it's 60 cents. That's the way I like to have a sweet, you know, not a huge piece unless I'm splitting it with somebody. Alright, we're going to sign off here. Yeah, this is yeah, I spent several days with Ting Ting in here. It was a lot of fun. I had no idea where anything was back then. I just followed her lead. Right, I just had one of these egg tarts, the 4 fry. Now, I've had like egg custard in China before. They serve it, but they don't put any sugar in it. Then they have these. These are usually filled with some sort of meat. I had one with pork, and the pork was a sweet pork. I didn't like it. No, this is chicken. I don't know if it's sweet chicken. And then they have all sorts of pastries underneath. And in all the years I've tried, I haven't tried a lot, but I've tried these different types of desserts in China when I go out with Ting Ting or something. And now I don't know about Hong Kong. Mainland China doesn't use a lot of dairy, so they look beautiful. They look great, but when you eat them, it's like eating cardboard. I'm not saying these because I haven't tried these, because I mean that looks very good, that chocolate one. And then you get other sorts of breads, and they put meats in them, cheeses, other types of things. But that was my treat. I said I was going to have, that's actually my second one, so I said I could have 3 because they're so small. My sister was actually sent me an article where, you know, with the amount of walking I've been doing, I'm burning at least 3,000 calories a day, maybe more. And so, because there are some days just walking I burn 2,000 calories. Oh, there was a girl right in the door who she saw me with the camera. Oh, there she is. They take off when they do it. But long story short is, so today I'm going to walk a little bit more. The last 2 days I've only walked about 10 or 12,000 steps. I've been very fatigued, and so my sister sent me an article that said, you know, if you restrict your calories too much, I mean, it's common sense, you're not going to have the energy, but also they say that you'll actually, it was a very interesting article. And it's like with a lot of these things that you read, just because it's written on the internet by somebody who claims to know what they're talking about doesn't mean it's accurate. So so you just go by your own feeling. I hadn't weighed myself the whole trip, but when I was in yeah, you see the cardboard out here. The vendors put the cardboard out on the sidewalk, and I remember seeing a very interesting story about Hong Kong and the hawkers of the cardboard. The homeless, like I'll call them homeless people, but they're people who live out on the streets in like cardboard boxes, and you'll go by an alley and you'll see like just a tarp, and they live in basically outside, and that's how they make their money. They come out in the middle of the night and they pick up all this garbage, and they do it because they trade in the cardboard for recycling money, and that's how they make their money. So in essence, it's a quid pro quo. They keep the place clean, and the city accepts the cardboard and recycling. So, and the article was basically saying the city is investigating making that illegal and making it only city collection, and so those people would be SOL basically. It's a beautiful day today, beautiful temperature. It's just a wonderful day to walk around, nice breeze. So all right, onward. I'm gonna find one more pastry shop. So yeah, I found a place for eggplant, but the problem is they put down here, they put a lot of fish in their eggplant, and it destroys the taste for me. Well, if you're feeling adventurous, I mean, you go into restaurants and this type of chopped chicken and chopped duck, it melts in your mouth. It really does. They know how to do chicken and duck very, very well, and pork. Yeah, this is seafood here. Whoa, watch out, excuse me. You get run over. What are they selling here? Chinese love a crowd. Oh, look. Oh, it's illegal? Must be illegal.
全部都講秒數㗎，你個5秒。頭先都同你講過話，唔可以講分鐘啦，20秒，差啲過啦。
I don't. This, now this market might be out during the day, and the other one at night.
You need something?
Oh, I'm just looking. I'm just looking. Yeah. I don't need anything.
呢啲只能交嚟嘅30秒。嗱，咁樣啦，不如我開估啦，我開估啦，你哋一個二個咧都估唔到，一個話10秒。
Especially around here, definitely be careful with strangers that come up to you. You know, it's really interesting, but hey, there we go. This place is, you know, pretty seedy section of Hong Kong or Kowloon. So I don't want to sound too harsh, but this and Lan Kwai Fong are probably some of the areas that you don't. Now I don't see any tarts here. A coconut tart. Oh, I'll bet you that's like a macaroon. I'm gonna have to try that. I have my coconut milk here too. The other thing I want to say, you can get the coconut milks in on sale sometimes. I got 3 of these for 12. All right, so there it is. It looks like a macaroon. Oh, yeah. It does not taste like a macaroon. There's a bread cutter there. That's how they do it, man. And then it comes out right like this. Just gotta watch your hands. See, look at all the bread up there. Wow. I was in the mood for a macaroon too. I hate to say it, but I'm probably gonna. Oh, there's the egg tart right there. I'm probably gonna throw this out and go for an egg tart. 3.5. That's the cheapest I've seen.
Nice.
They good? They're sweet. Sweet. Yeah, it looks like a glazed donut. Yum yum. So this is the leg. This is the tart right there. It's very good, but it's a little cold. She does not keep hers warm. It's much better when it's warm and it's almost like a runny egg where it melts right in your mouth. I'll give this to a homeless person, the coconut one. It's not so hot. So this is the Happy Buddha right here. That's the Happy Buddha. You can see it's been sitting out a while. It's got dust, but I really don't like the color of it, and I can't really see his face. I like mine because the facial expression is so wonderful on mine. So I'll keep looking. So I could get this for 80. See, that old lady there is collecting the cardboard. There it goes red. Not a lot of. There's the south gate of the Temple Street Market over there. Look at the cell tower things up there.